The Rage Quitter is the undisputed drama king of Die of Death. They load into every match with the confidence of someone who thinks the universe owes them a win. The first few minutes, pure swagger. They rush into danger, taunt the die, and spam emotes like they're untouchable. But the second something doesn't go their way, it's over. One unlucky spin. "Bro, this game is rigged." A teammate bumps into them. "Delete this game." They fall into a trap they didn't see. Keyboard noises intensify. Their rage doesn't build slowly. It detonates. Instantly. Catastrophically. They slam the chat with angry messages, blame everyone except themselves, and then rage quit so fast that even the kill animation can't catch up. It's a full emotional meltdown, packed into a 5-second exit. And the best part? They always return. Every single time. 5 minutes later, they rejoin the server, pretending nothing happened, claiming they're chilling now, only to rage again at the next minor inconvenience. The employed player is the mysterious ghost of the server, always online, never talking, and somehow surviving every round without actually playing. They're the ones with a full-time job, college, night shifts, or 3 side hustles, yet they still log into Die of Death like it's part of their work schedule. They always join the lobby late, leave early, and disappear in the middle of rounds because their boss called, their break ended, or they're doing paperwork. Half the time, they're AFK standing in a corner while the die rolls right past them. Pure, unintentional stealth strategy. When they do play, they're surprisingly good. Years of multitasking turned them into masters of quick decision-making. They don't panic, don't rage, don't overthink. They just move like someone who has 30 seconds before their next meeting. They also drop random real-life lines like, "Hold on, my manager is yelling at me. I'm on lunch break, I got 10 minutes. I'm literally at work right now." This player isn't here to win. They're here to survive just long enough before life drags them away again. The new player is the purest soul in all of Die of Death. They just installed the game 5 minutes ago, still don't understand the controls, and are constantly asking the lobby, "What do I do?" They walk around with that default outfit energy, wide-eyed, innocent, and absolutely unaware of the danger rolling straight toward them. You can spot them instantly. They press every button except the right one. They sprint in circles for no reason. They stare at traps like they're admiring the scenery. They think the die is a friendly NPC, until it isn't. They're the ones typing, "How do I win?" right as they get eliminated, and somehow their confusion is adorable. When they survive a round, it's not because of skill, it's because the die simply didn't notice them. They celebrate the smallest victories like it's a world record. I lived. Meanwhile, everyone else knows it was pure luck. But don't underestimate them. New players learn fast. One day, they're clueless. The next day, they're outsmarting half the server. The toxic player is the walking storm cloud of Die of Death. The one who somehow manages to turn every match, every chat message, and every tiny moment into pure negativity. They thrive on chaos, arguments, and reminding everyone how bad they are at the game, even when they themselves die first. You'll recognize them instantly because they talk non-stop, even while losing. Skill issue. Imagine dying there. You carried by luck. Bro, this lobby is trash. They insult teammates, enemies, the map, the RNG, the game developers, and sometimes even the weather. They confidently blame everyone except themselves, and when they finally get eliminated, they pretend it was lag or their mouse broke again. What makes them truly iconic is how they never stay silent. If they're alive, they're bragging. If they die, they're blaming. If someone else wins, they claim it was all luck. And yet, everyone keeps them in the lobby because their chaos makes the match entertaining. They're annoying, loud, and dramatic, but they keep the server alive with constant arguments and peak comedy moments. The grinder is the unstoppable machine of Die of Death, the player who treats the game like a full-time job with overtime. While everyone else is casually playing, the grinder is running strategies, testing patterns, memorizing trap timings, and grinding levels like their life depends on it. You'll know you've met a grinder when they join the lobby at level 200 plus without blinking. They already know every spawn point, every safe spot, every mechanic. They refuse to leave until they hit one more milestone. They play for hours without taking a single break. They don't panic when the die rolls. They don't waste time typing in chat. They move with cold, robotic precision, like someone who has studied the game deeper than the developers themselves. If you ask them for help, they instantly turn into walking encyclopedias. Don't go left, the trap resets in 3 seconds. Wait for the die to bounce twice, then run. Stay behind me, I'm speedrunning this. The grinder survives rounds not because they hide, but because they've mastered the art of not dying. They're the closest thing to a meta player Die of Death has. The veteran is the legend of the lobby, the player who has survived more rounds, traps, glitches, and updates than anyone else. They were here before half the players even knew the game existed. Back when the UI looked different, the die moved slower, and nobody knew what they were doing. You can spot a veteran instantly. Their movement is calm and calculated. They never panic, ever. They know every map by heart. They predict the die's path like they can see the future. The veteran doesn't brag, doesn't rage, doesn't flex. They simply play with an aura of someone who has seen things and survived them. New players look up to them. Toxic players avoid them. Grinders respect them. Even the die seems to struggle catching them. They often drop ancient wisdom in chat, like, "This trap used to be way harder. Back in the old patch, you couldn't do that." I remember when nobody knew about this shortcut. The Tryhard is the sweatiest creature in all of Die of Death, a player who treats every single round like it's the World Championship. They warm up before playing, adjust their camera angle 20 times, and tighten their imaginary gaming gloves before stepping into the lobby. You'll recognize a Tryhard immediately because they jump, crouch, spin, and zigzag even when nobody is chasing them. They treat the die like a final boss they must humiliate. Their movement is so sweaty it leaves a trail of dust behind. They start every match saying, "All right, time to carry." Tryhards don't just play, they perform. They slide across corners, frame perfect dodge traps, and do unnecessary trick moves purely to show off. Even when the game is calm, they're speedrunning imaginary challenges. If someone else gets a kill or survives longer, the Tryhard instantly takes it personally. "Bet you can't do that twice." "Lucky. Skill diff next round." They also analyze everything. The die's rotation pattern. They studied it. The trap timing, memorized. Every shortcut, already mastered. Your mistakes, they noticed all of them.